Všetci vieme, čo je frustrujúce. Basketbal, že nie sú danky. Nemusíme sa o nich baviť. To, že v basketbale nejde danky, je masívne zlá frustrujúca činnosť. Neviem, čo má byť. To nemá spúšťať kvôli toho, má sa to vykadiť. Nejde danky. To je presne ono. Čo robiť? Som za to zainvestoval zase slušný čas. A neodohrám ani len jednu sezónu. Znova. Lebo nejdu danky.
Hey, man.
Je to veľmi smutné. Ja to čaká dvakrát Houston Rockets.
Now, a lot of people I know that are great head-to-head like to make a lot of play calls. How important is play calling to winning these games?
It's definitely key because it throws off your opponent. It gives it gives him a different look that he might not be expecting, him or her at least. So I like to sprinkle in plays here and there. And the playbook I actually use is a
At this late stage of the season, how hard is it great for teams not to look ahead to the playoffs and the postseason at this point?
Kevin, just about impossible. I mean, if you're already in position, the trap you can't fall into is easing up down the stretch and backpedaling into the postseason.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Out front, it's Williamson at the 4 and Valanciunas at the 5. McCollum is out there with Little General, and it's Ingram at the 3, the small forward. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
New Orleans ball.
Here's Little General. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. Well, you look back at how MP's NBA career started, the draft night booing, and then Greg, amazing to think how now beloved he has become.
Yeah, fans can be fickle, and that's a good and bad thing. MP has played great and won fans over here in a hurry. In a few years, though, nobody will even remember he was booed on draft night.
Basket.
How about the vision from Smith? You have to know not just where, but when to deliver the ball. And guys, things are looking up in New Orleans. The extension for Zion Williamson reflecting his commitment to this young core, and with the 8th pick and Dyson Daniels, the Pels added to their bevy of young league defenders. They're building a team to contend.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, guys. I was able to catch up with the head coach of the Rockets. He really thinks his team needs this win after losing the first 2 games of the season series to this team. He wants them to stop the dribble drives and other penetrations to the hoop. He said, we've seen how tough these guys are finishing around the rim. Challenge for us is to force contested shots. Kevin, we'll see how that works out.
Thanks so much, David. Williamson. Here's Valanciunas. Lays it up and makes it in.
And one way Valanciunas generates offense, using that big body to snare the board and keep the play alive.
That is his first foul of the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Porter finds Green. Back to Porter. Ball's knocked loose. Outside Green. Pass to Tate. From deep. That one doesn't go. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
Yeah, they cruised to a win in these teams' last encounter, and their field goal percentage was off the charts.
A nice shot by Little General.
Ideal way to start the game. Come out of the gate and knock down all but one of your first 5 shots.
Şengün kicks the ball. Houston moving it around. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Ingram. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Shoots over Tate, and Ingram the bucket on the assist by Williamson.
And loving when Ingram uses that length down low, not settling for the jumper.
Outside, Green. Tate against Ingram. Back to Green. And the layup is good.
The defense gets physical with Green inside, so he uses his agility to get around him.
And Jayshawn Tate, talk about positional flexibility. I don't know if you call him an oversized guard or an undersized forward.
He even played some center at Ohio State. NBA scouts weren't sure what his position was. He kind of flew underneath the radar, went undrafted, but everybody knows his name now.
Here is Porter, following the score by New Orleans. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Boy, this hurts to have to bring it up, but I was there for the Rockets title winning days back in '94. I was with the Knicks. I saw Houston in the finals firsthand.
And give a big hand to your Little Temper.
There's 1:17 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Christopher, defended by Jones. Over in the corner, Green, down to 5 on the shot clock. Back-to-back titles for the Rockets in the mid-'90s. You were just talking about that. Greg, what sticks out to you about those teams?
First and foremost, the Dream. Hakeem Olajuwon. He doesn't get his due at times, but the Dream is one of the all-time greats. Olajuwon's defense really changed games.
Here's Martin, following the score by Josh Richardson. Martin. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Richardson.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
At the line for 2.
Good on the second free throw.
Now that James Harden has left Houston, can we appreciate the 8 years he just had with the Rockets? He was an all-star every season in Clutch City.
Now here's Richardson. Outside, Jones. Nance with it. Now Green defending, pushing it up. Here's Christopher. Finished off the break.
Nice active hands from Green.
And now another look at that great drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
Nice take. Staying aggressive with this game, still very much up in the air.
Richardson the pass to Jones. Inside, here's Little General, and that comes off the assist by Jones. That's now 8 points for Little General.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points in the clutch right.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Pelicans on top, up 4. The second quarter coming up right after this.
Welcome to the floor.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for New Orleans. So the Pelican 5 right now. Ingram in the front court with Williamson. Little general out there with C.J. McCollum. And it's Nance in at the 5 spot. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, guys. Now, Jalen Green is on a mission. He says, every time I step on the floor, I always have something to prove to who's ever in those stands. A lot of people will hate on me or have their opinions. I'm just going to think about that when I step on the floor. I'm going to prove everybody wrong. Kevin?
That's a great chip to keep on his shoulder. David,
Yeah, scouts have said Smith needs to get stronger, and maybe that's the case, but well, he sure muscled that one in.
and Jabari Smith, of course, with deep family ties, Greg, to the NBA.
His dad being the OG Jabari. All these guys are in that 6'10", 6'11" range, so great blood.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Richard, you played before and after the emergence of social media. How does that affect, in your opinion, the players these days in that very uncharted world?
Well, it's a beautiful thing because players now understand that they are a brand. Social media has helped them build a brand, and so now you have the ability to connect with your fans in a positive way. And for me, that is a great thing for this league because the players are doing a great job with it.
But you'd probably agree you got to use it correctly and not stray into the dark side, right?
Yeah, no, stay away from the dark side.
Pass to Smith. Back to Porter. 14 feet away, and the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Hooked, nabbing another steal.
With every steal, he continues to march towards the record book.
Greg, looking at his season totals, he's got a good view of third most steals in a single year. What an offensive season for him.
And it was Michael Ray Richardson who tallied 265 steals back in 1980. Third most ever in the NBA. I think he may have company soon.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Şengün finds Smith. That one's off, still out of sync.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
It's all about the ability to get 2 feet in the paint, whether it's creating for a teammate or for yourself.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Pelicans have shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
2 shots.
That free throw good for Little General. Green's checked in for Josh Christopher. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Murphy's checked in. And so he makes both from the line.
I don't even think he had one free throw before halftime, but he's making up for it here in the second.
knocked loose. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Little General in the last game against the Lakers was driven. He scored 40 points.
He swipes the ball away again.
All year long, that's been his thing, just pouncing on any chance to grab a steal.
Well, GA, with that swipe, he's now tied for third for most steals in a single season. And another steal for him.
And he creeps towards greatness with every steal he makes.
He has climbed his way up to the third highest steal numbers ever in an NBA season. Amazing.
Well, he has passed Michael Ray Richardson's mark of 265 steals. That's set back in 1980. What a defensive juggernaut he's been all year long.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And the way C.J. McCollum-Gray can get a shot up while moving, that's a big part of his game, isn't it?
Yeah, very few players can shoot as well as McCollum on the run. Applies for his pull-up jumpers or when he's falling out of bounds. McCollum, one of the best in the league at it.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Nance comes in for Valanciunas, and Jones subbed in for C.J. McCollum.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
There's a minute 40 left here in the second. Porter inside. 5 to shoot. Martin dishes to Porter. They need this one. Here's Garuba.
And the long arms and legs of Ingram come into play on defense, bothering shooters with his hustle. Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Here is Porter. He has 5. They've been looking at a sink offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Down low, here's Green. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Green's got his second basket.
And some much-needed offense right there. He ends that fantastic run by the Pelicans.
To the paint, Little General, and he gets it to go.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Outside, Martin. Green taking his time here. Outside, Porter. A three-pointer off the mark.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
A nice shot by Little General.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Now, here's Green. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. Little General the pass to Murphy. It's stolen by Green. 1 second left. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's New Orleans ahead by 26 points as we get ready for the break. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense.
Joo, nämä assisteja. Asu is dopain too.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. A fantastic game from Little General in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
The post pairing for him, Smith along with Şengün. Outside, the wings are Green and Tate, and it's Porter at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. McCollum outside, passes it to Little General. Hey, Richard, as soon as your playing career ended, you got right into this business, into broadcasting. when did you decide that this would be the next step?
Well, the first time is when I thought I was going to be out the league, and so I started doing more and more work until I retired in 2018. So it started way before I retired.
That laid the groundwork for you. Good job.
Unbelievable force and power. Zion hanging 280 plus on the rim.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. And here's Porter. He's got 8. Green kicks to Tate. Five on the clock. Tries it from 19. No good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Williamson, the pass to Little General. And that one, good. Little General's got 31.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside. And you look at the way Ingram can get off a shot. When he gets to his spots, there's just no stopping him. Very few players can create like he can.
Tipped away. Nabbing another steal.
And you gotta be careful around him.
You know, Greg, he's been coming up with some incredible steals so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. A creator indeed, and the name you always hear, Greg, with Ingram as a comparison, Kevin Durant.
And that's about as fair a comp as you'll find. Ingram is special with how he can rise up over defenders with that shot. It makes him a lethal weapon late in the game.
Houston making a switch. Christopher's checked in. Richardson, he's checked in for New Orleans. Richardson against Tate. Just 5 to shoot. They kick it out to Green. Another miss by Houston.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Little General the pass to Williamson. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
To the inside. And the dunk by Williamson.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Oh, yeah, I can't agree more. They haven't missed.
Green passes to Christopher. Back to Green.
2 minutes remaining.
And here is Tate.
2 minutes.
Some nice passing there by Houston. And here we go. Williams.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
And one more look at that fantastic mobile drop.
Still going hard, and that kind of energy and effort is how they built this league.
The pass to Tate. Here's Christopher. Outside, Green. To stop the run, and the layup is up and in. Green's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Making things happen amongst those trees, Green. He's pretty relentless.
To the middle, here's Little General, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
What's up?
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
The Pelicans have made 3 free throws so far, haven't missed any. That's good from Little General. Rockets have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. And he drops it in from the low post. Little General's got 38 points.
And guys, give them credit. I mean, they've taken advantage of the turnovers in the open floor.
Here's Green, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Nance.
And with that lightning first step of Jalen Green, very few defenders have a chance of keeping him in front.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen from the Pelicans?
And for Green, it's about focusing on taking high percentage shots. When he does this, he's an effective player.
51 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Pass to Murphy. To the inside. Here's Little General. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Little General's got 13 points now in the quarter. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Christopher, defended by Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Outside for Martin. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists tonight.
As he gets more comfortable in unlocking his potential, we'll see Green get more comfortable in moving the ball.
Here's Christopher. Shooting foul as the whistle blows.
Piče Zion, no piče skurvene.
For Houston, they have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
Outside, Porter. Off the mark. And so it's New Orleans with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. He swipes the ball away again.
And he has been an absolute thief on the floor. Another steal.
Greg, that swipe puts him tied for second all-time for most steals in a game. What a defensive effort from him. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Richardson is out there with Little General. Then it's Zion Williamson. Then it's Nance. And it's Murphy nabbing another steal.
He's been a defensive terror all night long.
I've never seen anything like it. And he's actually tied the record for the most steals in a game. And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago. Washington passes to Garuba. Back to Washington. And Little General gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Denver coaches challenges the refs. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. And we'll see you next time.
Nič, dáme si ešte jeden, alebo sa zavolím. Popravde už sa mi nechce. No 77, druhou faul. Či solidné. Máme nějaký badge? Tento nemůžu dávat, jako jsem pohledal. Pokiaľ nezvyším perimetrovú defenzívu, tak nemáme kam dávať badge. Čo je trochu depresívny faktor. Viacej depresívny faktor. Zase sú tie istí Houston Rockets.
And of course, in NBA 2K, there's so many teams. Do you have any favorite teams that you like to play as?
These teams feature great front courts, Brett. A little throwback to the old days of the NBA when big men ruled.
Well, the game has become so perimeter-oriented. These guys have a lot of skill, and they're going to be able to operate inside a phone booth, and we'll see if these big guys can find a way to dominate uniquely in the way that they bring their offensive prowess.
A look at the Pelicans starting group. Zion and Valanciunas playing up front. Then it's Brandon Ingram. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Little General in at the point. Now here's Smith. Here's Porter. Soft touch off the glass.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
Ingram against Martin. Back to Williamson. Pass to Little General. That one's in. Coming off a nice dish from Williamson.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Now here's Martin. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, the defense has to do a better job when Brandon Ingram is on the break. Those strides, man, he takes up a lot of ground.
And it's Houston's ball. 4-point game. They're moving on after the tough loss at the hands of the Pelicans.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Yeah, and quick, like as quick as possible. That was a dismal showing, especially for them at the offensive end.
And just continuing to impress at every level. Smith Jr. was a 5-star recruit, led Auburn to a great season as a freshman, and he's just starting to tap into his potential now.
Outside, Green. Back to Porter. That's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Pelicans. Here's Little General. He's guarded by Porter. The drive by Ingram. And another one falls for New Orleans. Smith Jr. with incredible upside grit. And he's got the work ethic to make it all happen.
Yeah, he really does, B.A. He's a humble guy. He puts in extra time at practice, and it really shows in his skill set. Just very advanced for his age.
Here's Green, following the score by New Orleans. Porter gets the bucket. Porter's got his second bucket on the night.
Bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all three looks.
To the paint. Here's Little General. And he throws it down with one hand.
And Ingram and his court awareness continue to grow. A terrific dime there.
Now here's Porter, guarded closely. To the middle. Here's Şengün.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
5 on the clock. Shoots over Valanciunas. Şengün, no good. For New Orleans, they've got all 6 shots to fall in the first. Here's Little General. Oh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
The Rockets trail. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Timeout call. Houston
Oh my, their coach does not look happy, and I can guess why. Their interior defense has been struggling.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
Some changes for New Orleans. Nance, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Murphy comes in for Zion Williamson. And it's Jones in for C.J. McCollum. Here's Christopher, taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Pelicans.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
Hey, I gotta admit, I like how the Rockets are approaching their rebuild. This summer, drafting Jabari Smith and Tari Eason, two versatile forwards to go with the other young talents. It feels like the picture is starting to come into focus in Houston.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. The Pelicans getting their last shot to go. Pass to Garuba. Shoots over Nance. Kept alive. And he buries his first look.
Second chances are a great measure of what a team is doing in terms of their effort on a nightly basis, and that was some serious effort there.
Little General. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Ingram's got his third assist of the night. And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, he made that drive look easy, but that had a high degree of difficulty.
Now here's Green. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Pass to Garuba. Over Nance. That one a little long.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And down it goes. 2 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
The first one falls.
For your Rockets, Green.
And both free throws good for Green. Here's Ingram. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Great way to end the quarter there. The team is pumped up.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. Great to have you with us.
Slick. Slick Mojo.
Substitution on the board.
Slick Mojo.
Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. So for the Pelicans right now, they've got C.J. McCollum, Josh Richardson out there with Larry Nance, and it's Little General in at the shooting guard.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
Thanks. Little General in the last game against the Rockets got the job done. He ended up with 44 points and was such a menace on the defensive end. Steals galore. His stat line was unreal. Impossible to repeat? I don't know. Coming off of that performance, you tell me. Guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, going up against a team that had no answer for him, we'll see if it plays out the exact same way here tonight.
And he makes a first. Brent at the center position, it does feel like we're seeing a re-emergence of the big man, the traditional five.
Yeah, BA, I think it comes down to whether or not you have one or not. I mean, there are teams that just don't have the bruising big that can go down into the post and dominate possessions to slow things down and get to the paint. Other teams are electing to want to play faster and with more skill. So it comes down to how...
Yet another steal from him.
And every swipe he comes up with inches him closer to the second spot on the most steals in the season.
His defense has been historic as he marches towards second place all time on the steals list. Well, the Rockets shooting around 44%. Not bad. Pass to Green. Here's Garuba. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Porter's shot is off.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Shot's good by the little general.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Down low. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, just really pouring it on right now, trying to take away the opposition's motivation to keep competing in this one.
And there's Porter on the assist from T. Porter's got 6.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Going all in, that was the 2K drive. Well worth a second look.
And with a drive like that, you have to ignore the scoreboard and just appreciate the energy he's still playing with.
To the inside, Little General. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
At the line for the Pelicans, number 24, taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. There's 45 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Outside, Green. Ingram against Tate. Back to Green. Outside Porter. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. And he sinks the layup.
A stronger defensive presence would have saved them 2 points.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound on the possession.
Wow! Now 10 for 10 after that one. He's on fire.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
And it's Green off the drive. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Josh Richardson.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
That free throw misses.
For Houston, Jalen Green.
And he's good on the second. Here's Nance. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Pelicans.
51.
Dominant Pitches znao. 7 stealova, 5 asistenciji.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And Houston is shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. Smith plays the 4 with Şengün at center. Porter Jr. and Green are the backcourt set, and it's Martin in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Again, just watching Zion's leaping ability, gets over the defense and easily finds the rim.
Ingram against Martin. And here's Porter outside. Hits the three-pointer. Porter's got 9.
doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort. Well, after he was jettisoned by the Cavaliers, Kevin Porter Jr. getting a second chance here with the Rockets, and they put the ball in his hands and believe in him. Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Porter to pass to Martin. Outside Porter. Inside. Here's Smith. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
And Kevin Porter with an opportunity in Houston now to learn from his past mistakes.
Well, B.A. controlling his turnovers, now still a work in progress, but all these early reps will serve him well long term. A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Green pass to Porter. Back to Green. He swipes the ball away again.
And the thief strikes again. He's piled up so many steals this season.
Boy, the effort has been there all year long, and now he is tied for second on the list for most steals. When you look at all the turnovers, boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
Here's Little General. Green covering. Here's Williamson. It's deflected.
And putting his length to good work. Smith gets aggressive and finds the block.
Pass to Green from downtown. He drops it from range. Give him 8.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Time called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Look at how the game is played today. Teams are looking for length, versatility, and of course, shooting. And Smith Jr. has all of that and more.
Christopher, he's checked in for the Rockets. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The NBA last season celebrated its 75th anniversary and announced the 75 greatest players in NBA history, gathering the living greats during the All-Star break. A lot of history, but Commissioner Silver said we're a pretty young league when you think about it. Brian, I guess it's all relative.
Yeah, indeed. Thanks for that, Allie. Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
Yeah, a double-digit deficit. They're going to have to play better. They need more of this kind of aggressive play.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Well, you mentioned the shooting, Grant. Smith Jr. hitting 42% from beyond the arc last season.
B.A., I mean, among his many skills, that one probably stands out the most. But I also love his potential at the other end. He really has those tools to be a lockdown defender 1 through 5.
Outside Ingram. Down low. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Outside, Green. Releases. Rebounded by New Orleans. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. He takes it in. Here's Little General. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Smith, second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for the Pelicans, number 24, 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. New Orleans making some changes. Nance, he's checked in for Valanciunas. Murphy comes in for Zion Williamson. And it's Jones in for McCollum. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Houston has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Doubled by Nance. Here's Garuba. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Tate. Here's Şengün. Oh, the jumper's good from inside 6 feet.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on a possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Here's Green. No good that time. Now New Orleans takes it the other way. They'll face the Spurs at home after this one, and that's the first of just 2 home games for them. Count the basket.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking and makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Washington's checked in for Şengün. And the Pelicans also making a change. Richardson's checked in. The Pelicans have gone 8 of 10 in the third and looking in control. To the inside, Little General. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very...
Nabbing another steal.
Another legend leapfrogged with that steal. What a year for him.
His defense has been out of this world, and now he can claim the second spot for himself for most steals.
Second team foul. At the line for the Pelicans, number 24. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Both good from the line that time. That shot missing. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans building a mountain of a lead, up 31 points as this quarter concludes. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. We'll be back in a moment.
Nezle. Ako nie som teoreticky ďaleko od triple-double, ale bach.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you could do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Herb Jones, Josh Richardson out there with Larry Nance, and it's Little General in at the one spot.
Number 24, second personal foul, first team foul.
Pass to Washington. Jones against Tate. It's Christopher on the wing. Outside Tate. Here's the teardrop, and he takes it up and lays it in.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And no lack of aggression on that move. Good for the 2K drive. To the middle. Here's Little General. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. He's got 40 now.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Outside Tate. And the play-in tournament has been a success. But some debate about whether the stats should count towards postseason stats. Grant, it kind of falls in the abyss. How do you think we should reconcile?
Well, BA, first of all, it is the postseason. It's exciting. Everyone's watching. So much is on the line. This is high-pressure elimination games. And yes, there have been some great performances that we've seen in the play-in tournament thus far. So I think these stats should be included in postseason numbers for players.
Marjanovic checked in for the Rockets. Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Pelicans. Hayes comes in for Murphy. Houston's shooting a nice 50% for the game. Outside Tate. Pass to Garuba. Washington outside. Lets the three fly.
Hard-nosed defender and Josh Richardson using a little bit of that length from the wing position to deny that one.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Tate against Jones. Back to Tate. Here's Marjanovic. 5 to shoot. Here's Christopher. That one off the back iron and out.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Shot's good by the little general.
With the finish line in sight, this guy is determined to be the one to put the game away.
Poke loose. Yet another steal from him.
He's making history. Tied for third most steals in a single game.
Just incredible tenacity. He continues to hound the ball. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Pelicans? He swipes the ball away again.
A defensive terror all night long.
I've never seen anything like it. He's actually tied the record for most steals in a game.
What a two.
Nabbing another steal.
He's stolen his way into the record books.
A new single game high for steals.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense. And like this crowd, I'm still in disbelief at how he's completely kept his offense under his thumb.
Man, you look at all those steals. Let's just say you don't see this every night.
Pounding defensively, just up in his guy.
man.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player
Steel
of the Game.
machine.
And I'll tell you what, this was one easy pick for sure. From the start, he looked in total control for the entire game. It's incredible to see a player outperforming everyone else on the court.
Well, it didn't start out with him being in this crowd's crosshairs, but as the game went along, he kept pouring it on him. It's safe to say they don't want to see this guy anywhere near their arena for a long, long time. Ending, playing to a target score. So far, it's used in the All-Star game. Maybe more?
Well, there's been talk, BA, about using it in the midseason tournament if that ever becomes a thing in the NBA, and I think we're on the road to seeing that come to fruition. I actually would love it outside of the midseason tournament and do it for some regular season games, because that's another swath of games that become more entertaining and more interesting because you're introducing the target score ending.
Here's Little General. Good. He hits again.
That's 52 points for him.
Making it all look too easy right now. Outside, Green. Pass to Şengün. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
At the line for your Rockets.
And so it's New Orleans with it. To the paint. Here's Little General. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
New Orleans foul. Number 24. Fourth personal foul. At the line for Houston, Albert Şengün. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. No good on the second free throw. And so it's the Pelicans taking care of business in this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Brent Barry, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching tonight's game. So long, everybody.
Steel Machine. Keby nebola tlačová konferencia, aby najsekala vypleme to. Ale som spokojný s našim. Steel Machine. Event. Tu nám už kam dávať badge. Máme 20 badgeov, plný počet. Posledný badge pôjde do posteje. Jones, Murphy, Ingram si dal 77, čo je solidné číslo. No. Potrebujeme ísť na náboru, bohužiaľ. Že máme jednotku seed. Ideme do playoff z najsilnejšieho čpávku. Čo je solidné. Voláme, že to bude sekať ako hovno. Steel Machine. To je moja dominácia, stýly. Kradnutie lopty v tom dominujeme. Toto mi teoreticky mohla dánky na 69. Myslím, že mám dosť bodov na 69. Táto 2K mi dala minimálne 3000, sa mi zdá. So zájobkom 1500 z toho zápasu by som mal mať... Ale na 68, 66 mám, že? No ešte, že mám iba 66, že mám 68. Vieš, zamaxujeme tie dánky a... Potom ideme stýly. Dať na 90-ku, alebo koľkatku. Možno maximum stýl na 95-ku už. Ale dáme stýl na 90-ku. Dosekaj sa, prosím, do piče skurvenej. Môžeš sa dosekať? Ty kokos.
Good game last night.
To nič nepokážem, hej? Nezničilo sa mi niečo? 77 draw foul. Dobre. Ofenzívna konzistencia na 76. Že máme 6,5 tisíca. Čo nám dalo 70 stíly. Šesťdesiat, 68, 69, 70. Wow. Máme 70 danky. To 2K Sports mi dalo dosť veľa. Koľko stojí Dončičové package? Takže mi chýba iba 2. Čo nám bude stáť iba 3180. Toto bude to 10 000. Toto chce styl 90. Ale toto chce 95. Poď si perimetrovú defenzívu. Nebudem mať podnúte sa, to nechcem byť vesáčky. Takže nakoniec máme 81. Čiže veľmi solidné. Draw fouly sa mi zvýšili na 79 vďaka tomu. Ofenzívna konzistencia stále 70. A draw fouly sa mi zvýšili na 79. Dajte mi loptu. Máme danky 70, čo mi to je platné? Prde. A tak nedankujem, ešte ani tu nedankujem, ty kokos. Viac si dankujem v zápase. Ale je predo mnou kokot. Môžeš odísť Valančiulis. Chcel som ísť na passing, ale nedankujem ani tu, to je neuveriteľné. Čo neuveriteľné. To je neuveriteľné. What the fuck? Čo je s tým dankovaním? To je neuveriteľné. What the fuck is going on? To si zvýšil dankovať na 70-ku. Toto bol tuším už iný dank. To neuveriteľné, nedankujem. Stále ten istý dank. Mám to úplne zúry. Koľko sa nás čaká? 11 ešte. Doufám, že to nespustí ten zápas.
Welcome to Bracket Busters. This My Team mini season adds a lot of different ways to add to your collection, so let's get into it.
Tipping off with daily login rewards each weekday. Collect all 15 pieces of the mural and you'll have a Galaxy Opal Glen Rice. And if you miss a day, no worries, because there are...
You know, as the regular season break winds down, you can feel things start to change around the league, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, some teams are getting totally in the zone for the playoffs, while other squads are using this time to plan for next year and try to figure out what went wrong.
And the starting group for the Spurs, sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then there's Devontae Graham. Then it's Corky Day. And it's Sohan in at the 4. Johnson outside. Back to Vassell. Graham surveying the floor. Back to Vassell. Shot clock at 5. From deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
What was beautiful, it was a tremendous game plan coming in. You saw the execution and you saw the results.
Pelicans shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
He's a big man who plays to his strengths. Valanciunas offers a lot of grit and toughness.
Graham kicks to Vassell. Back to Graham. Pass to Johnson. The shot off that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
They generated second chance opportunities on one end, preventing them on the other end. That was the story of the game.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And you know, for so long, many joked about how the Spurs were always too old, right? Too old, too slow, too stuck in their same ways. But that's changing.
Well, I was on a couple of those teams too, Kevin. I remember well, people said that the Spurs were too old and needed to get younger. And over the last few years, they've done exactly that. What I like about Keldon Johnson, he doesn't settle. Most of his shots come from inside the line.
Ingram outside. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Williamson, the pass to Ingram. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
He was too aggressive. That's already his second foul. We haven't even gotten out of the first quarter.
New Orleans making a switch here. Jones is checked in.
Herbert Jones.
Johnson surveying the floor. Looking for Jang. He gets it there. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nice to see Keldon Johnson developing his passing game, getting the ball to a ready shooter.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. To the paint. A nice shot by Little General. Little General's got 6 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
McCollum kicks to Jones. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Pass to Valanciunas. And yes, it's good. He has 5.
That's Valanciunas' game. Beats you with size and power. Takes the contact and completes the play.
And Little General gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Keita Bates-Diop's checked in for San Antonio. Jones comes in for Devontae Graham. Outside, Jones. Johnson outside. Rebounded by McCollum.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
And Greg Kelvin Johnson is listed at 6'5", but he plays much bigger than these.
He has the strength to fight for rebounds with anybody. Fearless on the court and plays with an endless motor. His strength and willingness to use it makes him valuable.
Such an effective playmaker. You gotta be impressed with CJ's ability to hit open teammates.
Here's Jones. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Johnson outside. Now, here's Vassell. Not a lot of room. Greg Devin Vassell came in as a 3-and-D type player, but he's grown beyond that.
He has added secondary ways to contribute on offense. Still not a great shot creator, but can finish plays in a variety of ways to help his team.
And the Pelicans making a change. Richardson's checked in. He kicks it to Nance. Here's Little General, powered down with both hands.
And that's a special play coming from one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow!
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
Here's Vassell. The Pelicans make their last shot. Defended by Jones. Lets it go from 11. And the basket by Jones.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrate the offense, creating for others.
On the wing, Jones. Little General, the pass to Richardson. Dishes it to Jones. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. New Orleans on top, leading by 4. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Establishing a paint presence early in the game, it really helps and pays big dividends down the line because it frees up your perimeter.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Ingram in the front court with Williamson. Richardson is out there with Little General. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5, home in the paint. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Now let's turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Little General in the last game against Houston lit up the floor. He scored 54 points, and his active hands were on display again with a lot of steals. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he could follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
CJ McCollum, he's checked in for the Pelicans. San Antonio making a switch here. And I think, Steve, now we see less real grudge matches than we did before. But do you like seeing those games where there is no love lost, where there is some bad blood and some contention?
Kevin, I love it. Yes, friends off the court, but on the court, you got to go at each other. And when it's over, win or lose, you leave it right there, you go back to being friends.
Graham, the pass to Sohan. Fournier for 3, sinks the triple.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shaman doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Passes it to McCollum. Down low, Little General. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Shaman, the pass to Fournier. out to the right wing. Graham with the bounce pass. Trying to get open is Johnson. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Fournier. Ingram outside. Inside. Williamson trying to free himself up.
Don't sleep on Ingram as a facilitator. Has the size to see over defenders and make sound decisions.
Graham, the pass to Fournier. The Spurs working the ball around now. Now the pass to Graham. Fournier with the ball. There's the triple. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
You know, Steve, the persistent growth of Keldon Johnson is pretty impressive.
It is, Kevin. He is obviously receptive to good coaching and is committed to finding success here in the league. Almost across the board, you see his stats creeping up season to season.
Pass to Fournier. Johnson outside.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Down low. Here's Graham. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
An intelligent score in close. I like seeing Graham be aggressive from this area.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And putting that pressure on the rim. That's what it's all about. Threatening.
Fucking hell.
Poke loose. Here's the break. And Williamson throws it down.
Flashing his vertical there. Williamson really makes dunking look so effortless. He's special.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. It's 2-on-1. Here's Ingram. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Agile play to get his hand in there and get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Nancy's checked in for Zion Williamson. And Jones subbed in for McCollum. And that one falls for Ingram.
You know, I love that Brandon Ingram continues to grow his game. We've seen him get better at moving the ball, which only makes him more versatile on the floor.
Will it go? It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Shang.
High percentage look. This is what your offense is designed to do.
Really?
Here's Vassell. Can't get it to fall.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Nance. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, this league is in good shape when you talk about guys like Nance. The consummate role player does everything that's asked of him.
Smitty, the talented Larry Nance has a very complete game, doesn't he?
He does. He does a little bit of everything for this team. Scores, rebounds, passes, defends. Kevin, he's such an excellent role player.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Murphy's checked in. 44 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Jones. A shot missing. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Jones, the best to Little General. Good. He's now got 10 of 10 from the field.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
It's tipped. Murphy with the steal. And now the Pelicans on the break. Flushes it down to finish the break.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
I tell you what, Nance plays with a force every night. Explosive, tough, fearless.
From deep three-point range, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans. Feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've kept the tempo quick and the defense on its heels, and it's got them up big. Right back after this break.
Bacila buduće da asistencije, neke 3 stili. Ne zle.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Fantastic game from Little General in this one.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Not someone they usually rely on to do this, but you need role guys to step up once in a while and help you out.
Checking out the group for Steven Silas to start the second half. Sharing the wing spots, it's Vassell and Johnson. Then it's Corky Day. Then there's Devontae Graham. And it's Sohan in at the power forward. Little General, and he goes in for the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Grady lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Pass to Johnson. Spurs passing it around. And Zhang kicks to Graham. Pelicans pull it in.
High percentage look for him, but bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Here's Little General. That shot, no good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. And it's Graham missing. Pelicans leading by 21. Little General, the pass to McCollum. And the 3 ball is good. McCollum's got 5 points now this quarter.
An outstanding 3-point shooter. You gotta chase McCollum off those corners.
God damn it. So much steal.
Zhang against Valanciunas. And Zhang kicks to Graham. And Little General gets the whistle that time. That'll be his 3rd foul so far. And in this era of player movement, we're seeing guys often pick teams on fit or style of play. When they look at that, what are they looking into?
You want to have fun coming to work every day, Kevin. I mean, the money they're making, most guys are going to be set for life. But I think they recognize it's about the journey and who you have the opportunity to take that journey with.
Staying unselfish, keeping your eyes up. So important for a young player. Zion, mature beyond his years.
Zhang, the pass to Vassell. Here's Graham. And the layup falls. Graham's got 9 points.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And Devontae Graham's skills as a 3-point marksman are impressive.
GA, the stat sheet says it all. Multiple seasons he's been in the top 20 for 3-point makes, and he loves to find those daggers from 3.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Williamson. And San Antonio with the change here too. Shamit's checked in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Now, for 22 straight years, San Antonio made the playoffs. They haven't made the last 3 postseasons, and former Spur Robert Ory worries if they'll ever be relevant again, saying, "I hate to say that. San Antonio is a small market. Guys just aren't going to go there." That's a dire prediction for such a storied and successful franchise, Kevin.
Wow, no kidding, David. All right, thank you. Ingram passes to Richardson. Valanciunas against Zhang. McCollum left side. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Vassell. Here's Valanciunas. Nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket. 11 points in the game.
Physicality from Valanciunas on the glass, securing the ball and sending it right back. He has taken it upon himself to score the ball as much as possible for his team. He's not looking to pass it right now.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Shamet. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense from Ingram. Here's Little General. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got his 5th assist in this one.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Johnson, the pass to Zhang. Yep, it counts. Zhang's got 8 points.
Getting better at reading the floor, Johnson wants to keep evolving as a playmaker and distributor.
To the middle, here's Little General, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
55 seconds left to play here in the third. To the paint, here's McCollum. Good on the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
For San Antonio, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Back to Vassell.
Steal machine,
Pass
steal
to
galore.
And here is Vassell. He is guarded by McCollum. 5 to shoot. Shoots from 12. Almost, but it rolls out. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
To the inside, here's Little General, and the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Little General's got 36.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
To the middle, here's McCollum, and McCollum with the slam.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
You know what it is? It's his creativity. That's making this engine run.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. New Orleans on top, just dominating this one. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Steal machine, steal galore.
How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. The wings for him, it's McCollum and Jones. And then it's Little General. Then there's Larry Nance. And it's Murphy in at the 4 spot.
Awesome.
So that's the group out there for New Orleans. And there's the pass to Shamet. That 3 off the mark.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Kicks to Jones. Inside. Nance trying to break loose. A nice shot by Little General. Little General's got 38 points. San Antonio's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Steve, we know lots of front offices build teams purely around player skills and statistical lines. So that being said, just how important is chemistry on the court and that cohesion?
It's a must. You can achieve a lot with chemistry. Building a beautiful culture, those are the teams that win championships.
San Antonio making a switch here. Wesley's checked in.
Spurs substitution.
And it's Jones with the ball for New Orleans. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
He is single-handedly carrying this team right now thanks to his terrific scoring performance so far in this game.
Here's Wesley. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Spurs passing it around. Fades Diop, the pass to Wesley. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And no.
Joel Tozel passou. No.
So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Puma dáva strašne málo. Čo keby ste mi dali 2600? Five. Converted N1. Flashy dunks. Posterizing dunks. Oh, we good. Gatorade. My všetci vieme, čo je depresívne. Už sú len 2 badge. Nemám ich kam dať. Tak to kvásia. No, it's fine. 81, 85, všetci sedia. Faulovali ma tento zápas, no viacej ako 79. No 79, čo je solidné. Možno sa mi to zvýšuje jedno viacej, keď si dám bodík do dánku. A Gatorade to finish na 72. Ale to vyberiem až potom. Dalo mi to 80 rolling foul. Yep, 80 roll foul. Čo veľmi solidné. Už budú foulovať častejšie. Zo solidného súdka máme našlepnuté, styl len tak odsypajú. Takže plán je taký, že dáme to dunk na maximum na 72, dáme posterizera a potom dáme štýly na 90, čo bude dále ako hovno. Máme